Episodes 1 and 2 of The Acolyte. How do I feel? I'm into it. I like it so far. And I'm not going to give you a bunch of fluff and tell you that the entire show was good and there's nothing that can be improved upon, but there is nothing wrong with the show right now. Um, I think in this fandom culture right now, we're more concerned with finding things we don't like instead of appreciating the good that they're giving us. So, I mean, in that aspect, we have a brand new Star Wars show away from the Skywalker saga, introducing us to a whole new era, a whole new set of characters, a whole new methodology behind Star Wars. It doesn't have to be the same through the thousands and thousands of years of the canon. So, what did I like? What did I like about the Acolyte episodes 1 and 2? I like how the twins are set up. I don't really mind that. Osha as the good, May as the bad. They've had a big trauma to their call it family, but their group on their home planet, and there were 4 Jedi that had something to do with it. Apparently, each sister thought the other one died, and the one that the Jedi thought lived, they took in with them and tried to make her a Jedi at age of 8, which is usually too old. So she didn't really make it through the trials because of her attachment to her family. She didn't fully become a Jedi, and she left the Order, and now she's a mechanic on a ship with the Neimoidians, which we first saw in the Phantom Menace. So if that's the only callback we're going to get, I'm okay with that. I don't see Yoda coming in. Everybody wants Darth Tenebris or Darth Plagueis. I even heard stories that they're really trying to condense the timeline or the age of when Plagueis was actually supposed to be around so they can use him for this. But Leslie Headland has said that there's at least no callbacks to the original films or familiar characters that we really know. So I don't expect that. I do like the parallels we're getting with the Ahsoka show, or the Clone Wars show, with Ahsoka's trial with Barriss Offee. This kind of seems like the same kind of thing where we're seeing the Jedi make a snap judgment in a situation where they're out to find who killed the Jedi. They think they found it, and they're just ready to convict them. Vanessa Rose says, I hope I can count on you to wrap this up swiftly to Soul. And it takes the master of the former Padawan to actually investigate to try to clear their name. So I see that as a cool parallel. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but I'm enjoying it so far. Yord seems like he's the I've heard that he's the Jar Jar Binks character, and I think that's very kind of accurate. He's the comic relief. He's the, I don't know what I'm supposed to know type of character. But yeah, I see a lot of good things coming out of this show. I do hear that episode 3 is going to be the divisive one, and I hear it's about how the coven of witches might view the Force, and how people think that might mess up the canon. Again, I don't think everything has to be the same through the 50 years that we've gotten Star Wars and the thousands of years that they're explaining through the canon. I think that viewpoints can change and things of that nature. So I'm open to see what they're going to do. I do like Danny, not Danny. I do like the character of can't remember his name, Kofor, um, May's supplier, or the guy working in the apothecary. I've heard some cool theories about him that he might be the dark side user, um, as kind of like this is his uh, public persona that we see in the show, kind of like Palpatine had a public persona. So I'm interested to see how that goes. I just see all the negative comments about the show, and most of them have only seen 2 episodes, and the people who have seen 4 are dying for us to hate the 3rd episode. So I'm going to keep my judgment open. And the things that I didn't like, I don't think I like the voice of the villain yet. It should sound more menacing to me under that helmet. Plus that poem that he said about the Jedi at the end, that wasn't my favorite. Um, it was pretty easy for me to get into that roof skylight in and out to kill that Jedi, and you know that could have been a little more harrowing of a entrance trying to get in and out of there. But those are nitpicky things. I didn't like how OSHA survived the crash of the plane just by strapping into the one seat with seat belts, and she was able to make it. That thing fell out of space, So I don't really see that as pretty logical. But other than those things in this fictional show, I'm on board, and I can't wait to see where it goes from here. So if you're on board with me, stay tuned. There's more things coming. There's more things that I'm sure I'm going to like. There's more things that I'm sure I'm not going to like. But um, I have a very, very open mind, and I'm very glad that we have new Star Wars content. So um, for me at Positively Star Wars, if you enjoy the content, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. I have other videos up, including the chronological timeline watch order and explaining a little bit more about Project Necromancer if you're unfamiliar with how Palpatine was actually able to return in episode 9. So click on those here, and we will see you next time.